Welcome to Exposition that makes sense. Part 2.
Oh God, she's recording again.
You know it.
Okay. So last time, can everybody hear me? Just give me a thumbs up. Thumbs up if you can hear me. Sweet. Okay. So last time, you all had met each other. There was a giant battle in the courtroom. You chased a guy to a library. He escaped with a book. You heard the dying words of Duncan, the court wizard. You all traveled to his sister's bookshop, talked to her, and then you guys went back to the palace, and that's where we stopped. Does anybody have any questions before we get started?
No, but damn it, I left my notebook with all my stuff.
Sure. So the thing that we learned that Duncan was reading into was artifacts, right? Like ancient artifacts?
Right.
But we didn't learn anything about them. We were going to his room, and then we were going to his room, and then the princess wanted us.
Yeah, the guards wanted to take us to their leader.
Yeah. So,
Take me to your leader.
you guys are, upon arrival to the palace, you guys are escorted to a separate room because the princess, or the new queen, I guess you should say,
Oh,
is
awkward.
has asked you guys to come to her quarters, or not her quarters, but to be in her presence.
Her quarters.
And she's
Yeah, that's pretty soon someone's
not her quarters, not her quarters. So she takes the guards take you to some like meeting room, like offset, and there's even more guards guarding this place. Obviously, things have been happening, and she's kind of upped the security. So she's as you walk in, you see the princess, and she's going to say, "I'm so sorry for the hysterics that I displayed earlier. I want to apologize specifically to you, Holt, and to you as well, Mary Jane. You guys also lost a parent, yet you were able to be of more use than I. You have my condolences. But you saw what happened. There is a threat to our realm, and it is our duty to find out what that threat is and learn how to stop it. I would like to ask you all to act as my agents in a task force specifically dedicated to finding out what happened and further investigating the forces we are opposing. I know this is a lot to ask, but these are trying times. We don't know what's going on. If you accept, I'll give you quarters here at the palace. You'll have certain privileges granted by me, and of course you'll receive compensation.
Compensation.
My hope is that you are as dedicated to finding out what happened as I am, because this is a threat not just me and my family, but all of you."
Oh, the awkward silence. Yeah, we're in. I'm in.
Right now, I'm in. Sounds good to me. Life in a palace. All we have to do is investigate some dark shit.
I mean, we're already invested.
Berzik's down, but he does make sure to remind her of the promise that he would get an exemption on his written part of the exam. The wizard school after this is done.
Sure.
Sure. Just nods.
So, Griselda's here in the room as well, and Griselda's going to walk up to you, Dazzle, or address you specifically. She goes, "I must inform," or no, that's not her voice. "I must go inform the circle. Dazzle, you need to stay here. This is greater than anyone alone, and I think that Jurgen would want you here to help understand what's going on."
And then Dazzle says that she agrees with her and to send her off. She sends Griselda off to go let him know what's going on.
Not
It's
him.
not
He's
fantasy.
Excuse
She's
me.
going to go off to the circle.
I am Dazzle. Give me roar.
You are deaf.
I've sent letters out to all the dukes and nobles about the attack. Holt and
Oh,
Mary
man.
Jane. I have a rank. Holt and no, there are other dukes. There's only 8 on the council.
Oh, okay.
There are many more dukes. I have arranged couriers for you to use as necessary to notify your own families. Also, Moash, was it?
Yes.
Yes. Sent Gresh back to Velen with enough money to hire a new guard. So you needn't worry about him.
Fantastic. I already kind of forgot who he was, so sounds good to me.
Brilliant. Okay, so did everybody, this is Chris now, did everybody say yes? I kind of heard a few people, but not everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Has anyone decided they already want to split the group?
Avery, we lost your video. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So did so yes from everyone?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So she's going to wave at one of her viziers that's in the room, and he's going to drop a little coin purse in each of your hand. That's each going to have 20 gold.
Mm.
And she's gonna, this is for all the help that you've already given as a startup as well. So you guys can each add 20 gold pieces to your inventory.
Say
Wait,
less.
how do I
If you
do
have
that?
questions on how to do that.
How do I do that?
You're gonna go to.
Getting there.
It's
You're gonna go
GP,
to
Haley.
equipment. Click on the currency, and then you should be able to add it.
Okay.
Did that work for everyone?
You said gold.
Yeah, 20 gold pieces.
20.
20.
20.
So
Wait, so you
you
guys
should be up to 30.
equipment?
Yeah, 30. Cool.
Equipment, and then just click on the currency, and then you can add or remove. Probably should add it.
Oh, wait,
Is that-
what?
Never mind.
I feel like I've got way too much
Okay.
gold. It says I have 50 gold, or it has 70 gold.
Why do you
Yeah.
have so much?
I don't think you have that much.
Damn,
Because
did
all
you
the
rob
nobles
someone?
start the most. They only start off with 25.
Yeah,
Does everybody start with the same amount?
No.
No, it depends on your background.
You said you gave us 20. I feel like I should have 22 gold because I had comfortable, so I started with 2 GP worth of. So I should probably get 22 gold. So I'm gonna deduct 40.
Did you start when you made your character? Did you start with gold and not equipment?
Oh, I might have, but I just changed it to be equipment, so I just removed all my gold. Besides 20, I have 22 left now.
What's your background?
Soldier, comfortable soldier.
Oh, I think soldier has like 10.
I got 10, yeah. I did
So
soldier.
just put 30.
Okay, we'll just chill at 30 and be happy.
You should have 30. Okay. Does anybody else have any questions about their currency?
No.
No? Okay, cool. All right, so that's been done. If you guys are ready, or if you don't have any other questions for the princess, then she has.
I want to ask, do we have quarters in the kingdom already, or in the castle already?
Oh yeah. 'Cause-
I was about to say the vizier was going to show you 2 quarters.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but
You
first,
two don't.
first,
We went over this last time.
wouldn't we want to ask the queen about investigating the room that we came all this way to go?
Oh, yeah. Duncan's room.
Hold up.
You can do that. Yeah.
I think Berzik just kind of like grunts towards somebody else in the party. He doesn't want to talk to her. He just says like, Duncan's room.
Yo.
Princess, is it okay if we go check the Duncan, the court wizard's room, because he has a part to play in this, and I think it's the first place we can start. We have the authority.
I'm also gonna elbow, like Demaya's gonna elbow up on Moash and be like, "Hey, where's the rock? Like, show her the rock."
I think you guys did show all that before you showed her,
We did.
and she gave it back to you because she didn't know what it was.
Dang it.
Yeah.
Worthless.
But she, back when you were discovering the body of Duncan or investigating the body of Duncan, I think you showed it to her and she gave it back to Moash because she says, "I don't know anything about magic."
Oh shit,
you don't
you're
know more
right.
about magic than I do."
You're right.
So yes, you guys can go to Duncan's quarters. She's going to send you along with the Vizier to show you where it is, and it's actually going to be close to that library that you were in.
Okay.
Perfect. And then,
you guys want to go there now?
Mm-hmm.
Probably there first, then our quarters after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lead the way.
the-
And what time is it, Chris? Like, what do you know? What time of day? Maybe.
It's nighttime now. It's probably like dusk. I'm going to say it's dusk. And so the princess has told you that while you go investigate his quarters, she's going to send for your things. You guys maybe told her where you were staying, or maybe if you want to do that yourself, you'll do that later. But I would assume like Moash and like Mary Jane and Halt have been staying in inns, so it'd be easy for her people to just gather your things and bring them to your quarters. And Dazzle as well.
Cool.
Perfect.
And she'll be doing that, or they'll be doing that while you guys go investigate the room. As you guys get to his quarters, it's not actually his quarters. You're checking his like office. Maybe it's attached. Maybe it's his office, and maybe his quarters are off to the side. That's how it is. The quarters are outside. Yeah, his study. Great. Okay, so you guys are going to enter into his study, and this is what you're going to see. So in Duncan's study, you'll see a desk in the center of the study with a candle holder and a half-burned candle, some blank parchment, an inkwell and a quill, and an owl figurine atop it. Owl figurine atop the desk, not the quill. There's a framed portrait of Duncan and his sister, and another person that you guys have never seen before. He's a gnome with thick circular glasses and a large red nose. The walls are covered in bookshelves, and there's a comfy-looking chair in the corner of the room. Behind the desk is a painting of the palace's garden, and the floor is got a big red rug that covers almost the entire surface of it.
I'm gonna say I know nothing of magical items or properties, so this isn't really my forte to be looking for anything. I wouldn't really know what I'm looking for. So I'm just gonna sit in the comfy chair in the corner.
Okay.
Pops a squat.
I wanna go look at the painting of him and his sister.
On his desk, the photo, basically.
Little frame photo. I want to investigate that.
That one
You wanna
also
do a
has a
perception?
guy.
Okay.
I don't know. I just
Sure. Go ahead and roll.
Roll.
Roll
yeah,
a
Andrew,
D20.
I guess you want to like investigate the photo, or you just want to go look at it?
I guess investigate like that and the like the drawers and the desk a little bit.
Can
Okay,
I?
so like the desk in general.
Yeah, just the desk in general. I'm checking out because I'm very interested in what we're
Andrew,
doing.
roll an.
Okay.
Okay, so Andrew, you roll an investigation check. Haley, you roll You did. You just rolled a perception check.
Yes. 13.
Do you have a +6 to perception?
Well,
Perception's great though.
Yeah.
So
Remember, that's my highest one.
yeah. I
4 plus.
remember last time.
I was thinking you're having with dexterity. You're right. Okay. So with the 13. Okay. Well, you're just gonna do a perception check? With the 13, You don't really notice anything out of place. You can maybe, if you see the books on the bookshelf, most of them are a little dusty because they haven't been used in a long time. You notice that the candle that's half been burnt, he also has it. What? No, Gabe, the gnome is in the photo.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
He just waltzed in here with
Not
us.
in the room.
I was like, the thing.
We're just tearing apart the room and just a gnome standing in the corner.
Also, wait.
Taylor,
Gabe
you
and I
know
want to make
the chair
Can
is
y'all hear
very
Gabe okay
used.
with the talk?
We can hear Gabe
Yeah,
fine.
that's
Right now?
very fine.
Hello.
Yeah, we're
Y'all
good.
can hear him, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright.
Hold on, I think we need to like,
Wait,
if you're not
what?
talking, go on mute, because every time like more than one person talks, it like cuts
Yeah.
out.
Okay, so unfortunately, Andrew, with that shitty investigation check, you don't see anything other than what I described to you before.
Perfect. I'm just looking at the photo. Nice photo.
You open. There's one drawer in the desk. You open it, and there's a pen and an ink pen, and you just close it because you're like, oh, it's just a pen.
Perfect.
Chris, I would like
Yes.
to search the room. I'm looking for stuff that looks like it's been recently moved. So like not any of the books
Okay.
that have like dust on them. I'm looking for areas that don't.
I would like to do something.
In the entire room or somewhere specific?
Specifically near his desk, I would say.
Okay. So if you want to roll investigation on a specific thing, you can do that, or you can roll perception for the entire room.
Actually, yeah. Let me roll perception and see if I can kind of narrow down where I even want to investigate. If that makes sense.
Okay.
Can I lift up the rug?
Sure.
I lift up the red rug.
Under the rug, you see. Under the rug, you don't see anything. Maybe like a dead bug.
I
Would you roll? Okay.
do nothing.
I also
So there's nothing. You said there's nothing
Okay.
on written on the paper.
You don't notice anything extra. No, these are blank parchment.
All right, I want to go ahead and like take a walk by the bookshelves and see if I can notice anything, like if any of these books have been useful, if anything seems out of place, just a general perception sort of a deal.
Okay, so if you're going to look directly at the bookshelves,
Uh-huh.
you should do investigation.
Okay.
If you're specifically going to investigate the bookshelves.
I walk over and take the painting off the wall.
15, Chris.
A 15?
Yeah.
Okay, so you see, when you're investigating the bookshelves, you notice that the bookshelf books are in alphabetical order, and about 10 or 15 of the books at the very beginning of the order look like they have no dust on them, like they've been read or used recently. Every other book you notice looks like it hasn't been touched in months, maybe years.
Okay.
That's what you see with the 15. Patrick, you're wanting to try to pull the painting off the wall. Roll a strength check.
Let's go to the chat, bro.
While he rolls his strength check, I'm probably going to end up pulling these books off the shelf, the like 10 to 15 I notice. I'll probably just go ahead and rip them all off the shelf and I don't know who's closest to me, but kind of say, hey, like, we probably want to check these out. They've been messed with.
I'll help Andrew with the books because I'd be super interested to see any books that are magical. Probably because it's a wizard.
Patrick,
Patrick,
use
you have to put an
exclamation.
exclamation point for.
Nice.
Pick your own number.
Absolutely not.
15.
Okay, so with the 15, as you try to pull the portrait off the wall, you kind of pull the frame apart, and you notice that the back of the painting is attached to a metal slat,
That is here.
and you're not able to pull the full thing off.
Seems
Kinda
like a
like-
safe.
Can I do like a kind of like poke it? Because like you can tell like if you get poked like a picture or something, there's nothing behind it. Or you say it's attached
It's
to the
solid
metal.
behind it.
Metal slat.
It's attached.
Okay.
If you poke it, it's solid, and it's metal.
So I just took like the whole
Back to
frame off.
Adri. So,
Okay.
so Adri, you start pulling these books off probably in order, right?
Yeah, that's probably gonna be the best bet.
Okay, so you pull off 103 spells to keep her happy in the bedroom, and then Abacus and Me, a mathematical guide to ritual casting, and then Alabaster Tome of Planar Enigmas, and then An Orc to Die For, a novel by C.M. Whiteflower.
Gabe, in order to die.
Yeah,
for.
I'm gonna immediately toss that one toward Moash and be like, "Yo, found something for ya."
And then next is Ancient Codex of Umbral Arts. The next book, Arcane Arts for Dummies. And then Beasts of Tethir, From Owlbears to Krakens. And then Book of Resonant Whispers.
I feel like you
Found
want that.
manuscript of Hallowed Infernal Secrets. Celestial Tome of Tetherian Angels. Charms for him and hexes for her. Dangerous alchemic ingredients for the advanced potion maker. Draconic formulas of forgotten runes. Eldritch horrors. Are they really that dangerous? And then Enchanted Grimoire of Lost Rituals.
Can I take the
And those are the books that... Sure. Those are the books that you pull off. And then if you guys want to start rifling through them to see if you find anything.
Yeah, so I'm gonna throw the Orc to
Yes.
Die For to Moash, and then I'm actually gonna go ahead and hand that Arcana for Dummies over to my good friend that's come to help me out over here, Verzik. I'm gonna hand that one to him.
Arcane Arts for Dummies. I will say, Verzik, that the Arcane Arts for Dummies is probably going to be stuff that you know,
Yeah.
but the only stuff that you know.
Yeah. I mean, I think the stuff that would be useful, Adrian, if you look through any of these books,
Like,
that seem
this is
like
the book that you started with learning magic. You have
Yeah.
this book.
I'd probably just be like, oh, this good read.
Good read.
Bestseller.
Good read. I believe you, bud.
Okay, so I would probably
And as
be
you
trying
guys-
to read more.
Repeat.
Who's rifling through the books? Who's helping?
Verzik and Damaya.
Me, I'm gonna go
So
over there.
Okay.
4 of us.
Moash is quietly reading.
There's
An Orc to
4
Die
of you
For.
doing it.
Yeah, there's 4 of us.
Okay, that means Mary Jane, you are going through Celestial Tome of Tetherian Angels, because that's probably the one that called to you. And
Yeah.
you notice that this book has an earmarked page for the angel Talia.
Okay.
In the text, we don't really see anything, but the name Talia is underlined.
Okay.
That was me rolling to see who found the book. That's... If I roll, ignore it.
So can I investigate this metal slab painting, or attempt to?
Sure.
Can I notice that it's like not natural? Like it's not what a painting usually would.
I mean, I can tell you just by looking at it, it's not part of the wall.
Guys, I found something.
Yeah.
Oh,
I don't know what it is, and I'm probably really shitty. Yeah, that's a
Hey!
2. Natural 1, actually, to be fair.
All you know is that this is a slab of metal, and it's not part of the wall.
Guys,
Chris, what was that angel's name one more time?
Talia.
Talia,
But that's-
T-A-L-I-A.
Only MJ
Oh,
knows
right.
that. Which Chris, is that the only book that matters? She has the book that matters. The rest of us don't need any information, pretty much. Or are we reading other
Right.
books? Okay.
Right. Yeah.
I think at that
mean,
point
you
I
can
probably would
continue.
I would have rifled through all the
Both of you
books.
guys can understand.
Okay.
Okay, I was gonna offer, since I'm gonna offer my height and look in the places that people might not be able to see.
She's dusting the top of the bookshelf.
In any form or fashion.
All right. So anybody who hasn't rolled an investigation check, you guys can do that. And I'll say you can investigate whatever you want, but I'm not gonna let those who've already done their investigation checks. I'm not really gonna let you re-roll those just because it doesn't really make sense. You already tried to look and you've decided that you didn't find anything. So
when you did my perception
if you
check,
haven't,
you kind of
you
got
can
cut off.
roll an investigation.
Yeah. But basically, my perception check didn't say anything. Like, there wasn't anything super specific in it, right?
There wasn't anything
Right.
that drew you in.
Your perception check wasn't super high, but also a perception check is going to be more broad.
Yeah.
And at this point, you kind of know what's in the room, and you're probably going to want to do. And this is me being meta, but some of you guys are new. You're going to want to investigate, look at things more closely.
Got it. Okay. So, let's see what he rolls.
With that,
Sorry, I rolled an 11 for my investigation check.
okay, so what are you investigating?
The book.
The book? Okay. So, as I said before, this is the only page that's earmarked.
Okay.
And as you read through the text, this may be something you know, it may not, about this angel, but really, you don't see anything that looks to be standing out to you. Only thing that's standing out is the fact that the name of the angel, Talia, is underlined.
Okay.
And then Dazzle, what would you like to investigate?
We haven't looked at, like, parchment paper and the quill and stuff on the desk, right?
Painting.
So would you like to look at, you can investigate the desk itself.
Yeah, I was about to say, can I go look at the desk?
You can look at the desk. So you look at the framed portrait and you see Duncan and his sister, and then in between them there is a small gnome that you've never seen before, and he's got circular glasses that are very thick and a big red nose. You open the drawer, and inside is a pen. The pen has the initials DL on them. You can only assume that the D is for Duncan. You don't know what the L stands for, probably his last name. And then you go to pick up the owl figurine to inspect it closer. And as you do that, instead of lifting off the desk, it flips. And you hear a whirring and a click. And then the portrait behind you swings open.
I'm staring at.
Ooh. Yeah.
So does it like hit me in the face? Do I take damage for this?
No, it's like a slow. It's like a.
I'm just like, this shouldn't be here. Just whacked right in the face.
Okay, good stuff. So is it like a hallway?
So, no, the portrait is only about this size.
Yeah.
It's only about like this. It's not like a huge doorway.
Got it.
But behind it there is a small little safe, basically, and in the safe there is a lockbox, about a foot long
I stab
and
it.
about half a foot wide.
If I saw that, I'd probably want to do some sort of like maybe an Arcana check to see if I could see if there's any kind of magic. I don't have detect traps or anything. I just would want to see if I can notice any magic details on it. Maybe some runes inscribed or something.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and let Halt and Dazzle interact with it first because they're the closest and the ones who probably noticed it first, and then I can go on to anybody else.
So I'm assuming
Hit
it's
alt
locked. So like
and
I'm
say you
like
can go.
touching it, like. So I'm assuming it's locked.
You never told me you tried to open it.
Okay, I try to open it to see if it's locked or not.
It's locked.
Like,
And then I just give Halt a dumb look. I'm like, obviously it's locked.
does anyone found a key, like, in the desk or anything?
So there's nobody.
You actually, Patrick, you actually don't see a keyhole,
Is it?
but
Like, I turn you to it.
cannot open it.
I attempt to pry it open with my hands.
You can roll a strength check, I guess.
Get ready for this fucking
So
D20.
is there like a little spin wheel on it, or what kind of situation we got going on here with this space?
It just has 2 lat. Adri, what was that roll?
It wasn't me, it was Patrick. He got almost a nat 20.
Oh,
Yeah, 24.
wait, so you rolled a 19?
Pull it open. Yeah.
Okay, so with a
24
19,
total.
so there's 2 latches on it, and you try to open them, and you open them all, like, at first you try to open it and it opens a little bit, and then you open it all the way up, and then it snaps back.
I lost Wi-Fi for a while.
Oh, can you still hear? Oh. I just noticed that Gabe is frozen.
So I open it and it just like, it's kind of like snaps back after I try to open it.
So at this point, I guess we like kind of turn around. Like I turn around and announce to the group, like if they haven't already heard us making a commotion, that we found a safe.
I see Gabe.
Okay, hold on. Lexi and Gabe are both. Oh, Gabe, you're back. I can see Gabe.
Yeah, they're muted, so we won't really know.
Gabe is moving.
If they could
Yeah.
get their phone, the Discord on their phones, they could hear the audio at least.
Yeah.
I think it's
I can hear
Gabe
Gabe.
and Lex. Can you guys at least hear us?
Yeah, kind of. It's crazy here.
I mean, I saw
Are you on the laptop?
today.
It's hailing. I forgot
Yeah.
about
Hailed your device.
forgot about that.
So Lexi, you said you can kind of hear us? Do you think you could switch to Discord on your phone and use cellular data? You're shaking your head yes. Okay, cool.
Technical difficulties.
While I peeled it open, did I see anything inside of it?
Are
That's
you
what
watching
I'm watching
TikTok?
Yeah.
Keep your TikToks, Patrick.
TikTok. Do a TikTok dance. Keep us occupied right now while we wait.
Renegade.
Haley, I'll go back to your question real quick, but I'm gonna wait till they get back just so they can hear.
I think
But for my sake, when I opened it, you said I opened it quite a bit. Did I see anything in it when I had it open?
No, it didn't like start shining brilliant light or anything. It didn't.
But like I'm assuming,
It did not go. Bum, 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 bum. No, wait, that's the victory one. What's the?
Yeah, there you go.
The Zelda when you open the chest. It did
Yeah.
not do that.
So it's
Like-
not the
we're at
master.
an intermission. I'm gonna get a drink.
Intermission.
Okay.
This is bullshit.
There's some bullshit.
Help me out.
I
What
need
was
you.
Haley's question?
What question?
I don't even know what
I
that
don't
is.
remember. I would have her repeat me.
I don't know. You said we'll get back to Haley's question once we're back, but I don't even know what
Oh.
Haley asked.
Well, it was more of a.
I know that she asked something. Okay, so I was going to say, I don't know what she said, but I was going to get back to her. I didn't want her to think I forgot, but I didn't
More of
hear
a
her either.
proclamation of an action.
Okay, I was just wondering what her question was. I didn't hear her question.
It was a proclamation of
I'm
an
like a
action.
Patrick, I'm really gonna need you to hop up real fast and do a TikTok dance.
Absolutely not. Not in my house.
Not in this
My
home.
services are paid for, so that'll be $5 per dance.
Join my OnlyFans. Please subscribe to my OnlyFans.
Only TikTok dances
God.
with a towel on.
TikTok for you page.
I'm not interested in your
What is
thirst
it,
traps,
fans only?
Patrick.
For fans only
Well,
page.
fans only, indeed.
You're the only one I want to be interested, so.
Haley, it's okay. We know you're on Farmers Only.
Farmers only. Farmers only.
Farmers Only.
Honestly, at this point, I wouldn't put it past me.
Farmersonly.com.
I'm about to start resorting to that.
Who's
Not a
what's
lot of
what's
cross
each of
checks over
our
there, Haley.
Chris,
Everyone gets married young around here and then has kids, I guess.
Piper would be the one on Christian Mingle. Homeboy went to Catholic school looking ass.
Catholic school?
Wherever the hell you did. You went to a private class. Didn't you go to a
Church of Christ?
Oh,
Excuse
I'm
me.
so sorry.
Huh?
Went to one of them Christian private schools.
In what world would I be on Christian Mingle? I would have been fired. Lexi went to a Catholic
Lexi
college for a
absolutely
while.
Catholic school.
She went to
Yeah.
That's a Catholic college.
All right, so we've got a Farmers Only. We've got a Christian Mingle. Chris, can you be our resident grinder?
Resident grinder.
And
LinkedIn is now the new social media, so
Shut the hell up.
Patrick's got the TikTok as a dating app thing.
He's like one of those people that says like dating part 1, like for part 2, like. Wasn't there some kid on TikTok during all this quarantine that like took a girl on a date in a bubble or some shit?
that sounds.
I'm not on TikTok, so I don't know.
I'm not on TikTok either. And if he's too old, I'm much too old.
I watch his TikToks
Okay.
though.
I caved and I downloaded it just to watch them, and it's actually pretty addicting. Like to watch.
That's why I
haven't
didn't get it.
You are weak.
I've spent hours.
Okay, Gabe, Lexi, you there?
They've gone. They've disappeared. They're actually just like taking a quickie break. They didn't want to tell us.
Yikes.
They're fucking.
Uh-huh.
They had to go. They forgot their phone charger at the other house.
They had to go walk the dog. Yeah, they forgot their phone charger.
I forgot about the phone charger.
Wasn't that the?
That was the code word,
code.
yes. Indeed.
Wait.
Lexi would
I
say,
forgot my phone
"Hey, I
charger."
forgot my phone charger."
Are you fucking kidding me? That's real? Those were their
Yeah.
code words? Oh
Yeah,
my
at the-
gosh.
At the Azalea house, Adri.
I hate it. I hate
Yeah,
it.
we hated it too.
Yeah.
Once we found out, it was hilarious, but also
That's awful.
Wait,
Hey,
I
I forgot
heard
my
Gabe.
phone charger.
Yeah, because it was like a minute
she
before
has
we actually
Lexi
found
got her
out.
phone charger.
Hello, can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we
Did
can.
you
Yeah.
Defend
you
yourself.
find your phone charger?
Lenny was so scared. We've literally been shaking. Just given
Oh,
Elizabeth
boy.
and Jesse.
Lexi, you
Rob
took
it.
a while to find your phone charger.
Yeah.
Oh, Lenny. Poor Lenny.
Doesn't like the thunder at all.
Hey, did you just take a quick Snapchat, Patrick?
Okay.
That's what that looked like. He took himself a quick snap. What is in your mouth? You took a snap with something in your mouth.
Maybe I'll quit looking at my video.
Turn off your camera then, bro.
Scrub. No, you have to all have your camera on.
Dog, Gabe is so clear now. You can see, like,
Yeah.
shining
Yeah, I can literally
off
see the shine. I can see the reflection of his phone in his head.
Gabe's head looks brighter than my future.
Alright, are you guys ready to get started again?
Hell yeah.
Oh, Lenny.
Okay. So, Haley, what was your statement?
I had hummus and pretzel in my mouth. Damn, I had proclaimed that if everyone else hadn't already figured out the commotion that Holt and I were making, we found a safe.
It's a lockbox, but
Whatever.
So you're telling me with a 24 and break it open?
Probably not a thing that's meant to be opened by strength.
So Demaya's gonna.
So then I'm like, or I asked Verzik, whatever, Verzik, I asked him if he might know any tricks to open this thing with his magic.
Yeah, Chris, can I do a Arcana check or something on it?
absolutely.
Swag money, bro. I probably am pretty good at Arcana. Yeah, I got a plus 4.
That doesn't mean you'll roll well.
Yeah, I know, but it ups my odds.
Every time I would say, oh, I have a pretty good this or that, I would roll it 2. Okay, so the 14 are right?
Yep. I got
So
like an
with a
echo from
14
somebody.
Is it
Yes.
when I'm talking?
I think it was, but now
I
it's
don't
better.
hear it. That means
It went away.
No, it's from Gabe and I. Because Gabe was getting back on his computer.
okay. All right. So with a 14, you notice that this lockbox kind of has a shimmer to it that's iridescent almost. And you know this spell that has been cast on this is Arcane Lock.
Game lock.
And you know that Arcane Lock is a spell that you can use to lock a door, a chest, a window, or anything like that. And that it is unopenable or impassable until the spell is broken, or you can potentially break the item. But casting Arcane Lock increases the strength of said locked thing. And you also know the only other way to open it is to speak the password that is set when the spell is initially cast on the item or doorway or whatever.
Okay, with that, I'd probably turn to the group and be magic lock, need password. And I guess I'd probably tell them a little bit, like I'd say, yeah, we need to look for maybe scroll password for the lock.
I say Talia.
You don't even know that.
Okay.
Shut the hell up. You don't even know that information.
Yeah,
Meta as fuck.
Mary Jane is the only one who knows about that.
So at this point, Demaya and Mary Jane have been sitting next to each other for a while with the books, and so I'm probably gonna Demaya is gonna give a little elbow and be like, "Hey, you've been reading that a while. Have you found anything out? Anything special?"
And then, okay. Yeah, I found the name Talia, the Talia underlined in the book.
Talia!
Is there, Chris, can we
Does
try
I'm
Talia?
I'm still holding it, so...
You can try Talia, and Patrick, as you yell Talia, I guess, the lockbox opens.
I'm a magician.
Inside the lockbox is a rolled up piece of parchment.
I read said parchment out loud to the group.
So there's nothing to read. You open up the rolled up piece of parchment, and what's on the parchment is what seems to be a hand-drawn map that looks like it was traced out of a book. And the map, nothing to read because you illiterate. Sorry. So the map is just a plain map of Western Tethir, except Eastern Tethir. And the only thing of note is that there's a highlighted trail that leads into the Amlarindan Mountains.
Oh, shit.
I just turn around and show
Which
you
lies
the map.
east of Tethir.
We definitely want to pocket that. Whoever wants to keep that safe, probably keep that.
I'll keep it, I guess.
Now, because again, a lot of you are new, or this is maybe your only second time playing, I want to mention that anytime that I mention a landmark or a historical figure, something like that, you can always make a history check to see if you know anything about this. Of course, this is me being super meta because that means I'm wanting you to roll a history check, but I'm not going to continue to remind you about these things.
Can I do that about the angel? Because didn't you say I might know about her?
Yeah, you
Might be
when you
religion.
did your investigation check in the book, the book is going to give you the background on Talia if you need it. I'm going to say, as far as game purposes, I didn't come up with anything for that angel. It was just, there's nothing special about it.
Okay.
At least not at this time.
I guess I'll see if, because isn't my castle in the eastern tier?
Yours is in northeast. In fact, the city of Sarudesh, the city that you're from, is right outside of these mountains. You are going to be way more familiar with the mountains because you live just outside of them.
Well, because Mary Jane's high on life.
Yeah.
I'm asking if anyone is familiar with these places or where this map leads to.
That being said, anybody can roll a history check to see if they know about it.
Okay, but I want to roll a history.
Yeah.
So is it 1d20
Plus your history modifier.
Chris, is there a name on the map? Is there something I can call it from inventory or Trail of Duncan?
You just put map.
Oh, 17.
You got
Oh,
20.
shit.
20. Nice. Okay. Mary Jane, you know that in the Alnernon Mountains, the Order of the Crescent Moon, knights that served the goddess Saloon, once took residence here. After fighting and winning an ancient war against beholder overlords, they quickly disbanded. And you know that the mountain's most dangerous inhabitants are wyverns and displacer beasts, but they're colloquially known as Omlar cats, or Omlar cats, however you want to pronounce that. You also know that the Omlarindans were most famous to some, others may not know this at all, for being the only known source of Omlar gems in Faerun, though only a few were ever discovered in the 7th century.
Does anyone?
Okay.
Would you know
Can
what
I just-
gems are?
As far as Mary Jane knows, they're magical gems. She doesn't know anything beyond that because that's not really her field of expertise. And because they're so rare, I doubt any of you would know about them.
Do I need to say I share that with you? Or do we just assume that was
Yeah, we can just start assuming that you say these things out loud.
No, I think you specifically need to say that you share it with the group or not.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm going to share all that with the group then.
Because you can, in the game, withhold information from other players, where the players know it, but their characters don't.
Okay.
And that's for a number of reasons. So
Okay.
I think it is good practice to go ahead and when you are sharing it with the group, and also distinguish when you're specifically not sharing something with the group.
Okay. Well, yeah, I'm going to share all that with the group. Because didn't Paul ask, who knows stuff about these mountains? Yeah.
He said something, I don't know.
So then I'm gonna ask if the gem is related. Who's holding the gem? Was that Gabe or Moash?
Moash got the rock.
And I'm gonna say, pull out the rock, bro.
I mean, I don't. If none of us know what these rocks do,
It's smaller. It's about this big.
oh, okay.
It's a centimeter long. It's a small little
So if
gem.
we have the whole this whole castle at our resource, we can ask people who might know what some of these things are if we don't know them.
I mean, it seems like we got a good first lead, though.
Hey, Chris.
no one noticed like an engraving under the painting or anything. That the one that had like Duncan in it.
No.
Do we learn anything else about it? Okay.
Chris,
No.
Berzik wants to point out that if we have questions, we might want to find out who the what was it? The gnome, was there a gnome in the photo with Duncan and his sister?
Yeah.
So
There was a no.
I think Berzik like would probably pocket that photo. If you said it was like a small photo frame, right?
Yeah, I mean, like 8 by 10.
Yeah, cool. So could I pocket that so we could maybe try and match a face to?
Are you gonna take it out of the little frame and then put it in your pocket?
Yeah, I'd probably leave the frame.
Yeah, you can do that.
Awesome. I'll do that, and I'll say to the group, maybe we find this guy. Seems to know Duncan.
Okay, so at this time, the vizier, or a different vizier, is going to come and ask if you have you guys found anything?
Yes, we have found a map behind the painting leading into the mountains with...
He is just direct with our information. Patrick just...
I'm loyal.
Yeah, I was gonna say we probably shouldn't share that with everyone.
Yeah,
Did
just
you
like...
say that like mid-sentence, like while I'm talking?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
like,
shut the fuck up.
and that's all you're allowed to know. I said mountains, I didn't say which mountains.
So
This is
the
the first
vizier's going to say, all right, I'll report to I guess to the queen, and then he'll run off down the hall to go over
I followed him.
the other vizier that was waiting behind
Halt.
on the other side of the door for you guys, who showed you. He's going to say, and I've received word that your quarters are ready. If you'd like to go to your new quarters.
Are we satisfied with what we found today as a good lead to start, or would y'all like to do anything else with what we have left? What time we have left for the night?
I'm pretty sure you guys still aren't wearing armor, right? Like you guys still.
Yeah, I have
like,
leather.
full-
But I mean, at night, I can go change it to my armor, my regular armor. Yeah. Because
Oh,
moved
I'm
all my
gonna
stuff.
I'm thinking. Here's what I think we should do. I think we should armor up. I think we should meet the queen, and we can either update her or at least let her know that we're traveling to.
Oh, we
either
have a
follow
lead.
this map.
Yeah.
We can also ask
And then- Exactly. That's what I think we should do.
That's
Yeah,
all
Sitting-
the plan.
Plus, the queen might have something she wants us to do besides the mountains. So we could, we could just see what our options to do next are.
Yep.
All right, let's go see the queen.
Can we see the queen again tonight, Chris?
Oh, I was just saying, didn't you say that they're bringing me and Patrick's stuff to the castle?
Yeah.
Anybody who wanted them to bring your stuff to the palace, they did.
Okay.
If somebody didn't want them to go to their home, maybe Demaya didn't want them particularly to go to her homestead, then they wouldn't go.
Okay.
It's up to you. I would assume
Here
it's
now?
your character decision for them to bring your things.
Okay. But is our stuff there now, or are they still getting?
At this time, yeah, we'll just go ahead and say it's there. Maybe you guys spent quite a bit of time here in the study.
Okay.
Let's go see the queen.
Are you guys going to your quarters first, or going to the queen first?
Can we just go talk to her, then go back and sleep for the night, and can
Yeah.
start off in the morning?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Get a long rest. We got
Okay,
to swap
so-
back and everything.
Then the vizier will bring you to the queen, and what do you have to say? She looks at you expectantly.
Bow. And say, we have found a lead in Court Wizard Duncan's quarters, and we would like to set up in the morning to quickly go en route to fix this problem.
I guess.
Okay,
yeah.
so do you show her?
No, that's all I say. I don't show her anything.
Wait to see what she says.
Yeah.
Wait, what did you say again? I thought you said you had a map.
No, I said we have found a lead in Court Wizard Duncan's study, and we would like to set off in the morning to get.
Sure. To be fair, you told the guy who ran it told her already that we found the map.
But I'm waiting for the Queen to talk. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, is there anything else to report?
I do not believe so at this time.
I'd show her the picture, and, like, point at the small guy and say, ask who that is.
I don't know who your friends are.
Not the friend of Duncan.
Oh, no, I've never seen that man before.
We can go ask her in the morning.
The
She is in the
Good
footage.
idea. That is a good
the
idea.
queen
Yes.
doesn't know Duncan personally, right?
She knows him. She knows that he's the court wizard, but it's not like they were friends and hung out. She just would know that he dealt with any magical problems that the palace would have, as well as he was in charge of any kind of magical, maybe wards or research that the palace would want.
I want to ask her if she knows who. Do you know who he was associated with? Like who he hung out with, or who he worked with the most?
I'm not privy to the entertainment and the company that our employees have. That's not really the way that we rule here. You're allowed to have a personal life, and I don't have to be involved. So, no.
Who did he work closely with?
He kept to himself a lot and didn't have very many visitors. He rarely left his study. There was a woman that would come see him.
Maybe his sister.
Perhaps. Actually, yes, that woman in that photo.
Nice.
She's come.
We
I've
asked
seen
the
her one.
right question.
Nice books. Okay, I mean, I'm happy with just doing it.
If that's all you have to report, I think that perhaps we should call it a night. And we have an early morning. I have to address the city. So everybody will be in attendance to that. And then after that, we'll get started on a game plan.
Sounds good.
Who did you say the woman was, real quick?
His sister?
The sister that we met at the bookstore.
Okay.
We can go there in the morning.
Do you all
Yeah.
remember
Wait.
her name?
Yeah,
I do not.
with that, can we
Oh, I got
confirm? Like, wouldn't we have
Her cat's name
recognized
was
her?
Patricia.
Wouldn't we have recognized her in that photo?
Yeah, we knew it was her sister. I mean,
You
his
knew
sister.
that. I said it was his.
Yeah,
Yeah, okay,
we knew
okay.
that.
Her name was Elle. Just a reminder.
LLE.
Okay, well, I guess I'm gonna go.
ELLE.
Shit.
Retire
Say,
for the night.
Chris, put it in the chat. I can't hear, like, your letters cut out. Okay, thank you.
Oh, I forget that I can.
Okay, now what?
We go to sleep. Take a long rest.
I mean, you can do what you want.
Let's go meet.
You can,
Would y'all like to meet at the Queen's address hall of the city in the morning?
Sounds like we kind of have to go.
Well, yeah. And if you want to meet before that, or
that's lightning. Yeah, you can take a long rest now. If there's other things that you want to do before that, you can attempt to. Just know that if you get 8 hours of rest, then you'll have a level of exhaustion, which is a detriment to you.
How much time we got till exhaustion? What time is it?
Probably pretty close.
It's after dusk, so it's dark now. And in olden times, when it got dark, most people went to sleep.
Damn. All right. Well, Jemiah's gonna post up here. She's gonna sleep at the castle. There's no reason to go back to the little squabbles.
So do I hit the long rest
I mean,
button?
again, you don't have to. Yeah, if you decide to take to sleep for the night, you can hit the long rest button and it'll reset your HP and spell slots and all that mess.
Oh, no, I'm sleeping.
Okay, so everybody's gonna go to sleep, and then the next day, I'll say you have time to put on your armor or whatever, and then you're gonna hear 3 tolls of the bells. Which there's just kind of a bell system throughout the city, and that's how you would get announcements, if that makes sense. So 3 tolls means death, that there's been a death. And so you all are going to meet at the city square along with the rest of the city. And the princess is going to arrive. She's going to take, there's like a podium. She's going to say, "How do I know if I slept?" What do you mean, Haley?
I don't know. It didn't, nothing, I don't think anything changed. I just needed to see what I needed to look at.
So when you hit long rest,
Yeah,
and then you hit take long
I
rest,
confirmed it.
and then you have to click confirm, and then it's done. You don't have to worry about it.
I didn't know
Okay.
if anything was supposed to change.
Okay. So the princess is going to address, or I guess the new queen, and she's going to say, "Yesterday evening, the palace was attacked. Every member of the Council of Advisors, as well as the queen, my mother, was slaughtered. We do not know now who mounted the attack, but it was a small, focused force. I will not be taking any questions, and I decree that the city will take this day to grieve, and businesses shall reopen tomorrow." We lost someone.
We lost Piper.
We lost Andrew.
He gone. He'll be back, I'm sure. Maybe his Wi-Fi cut. Yo.
You're back. What happened?
My internet went down.
Is it back up?
I'm on my phone right now.
Okay. So she goes, "I will not be taking any questions, and I decree that the city will take this day to grieve, and businesses shall reopen tomorrow. No one is to enter the palace until further notice without express permission from myself. That is all." She then swiftly departs back toward the palace, and you hear a roar of like murmuring and people yelling, "Tell us what happened!" and people whispering like, "Is this a joke?" You know, because it's crazy, right? So you just hear the entire city's kind of speaking aloud, like, "What is going on? Is this real? What does that mean for us? What do we do?" And the princess is headed back, or the queen is headed back to the palace. And the queen, or after a few moments, guards show up to retrieve you guys. The queen did say that she wanted to see you in the morning. And so you, I assume, go back to the palace with the 2 guards. You don't have to, but unless someone opposes, you guys head back to the palace. You're going to back to the meeting room that you were in yesterday, and then you have some viziers probably ask you, "Would you like a beverage?" Beverage for you?
I accept.
Yeah,
The alcoholic, because they're on the clock.
Dude.
But
I don't.
It's
Not
non-alcoholic.
interested.
Fuck. Never mind.
They have like
I feel beverage
lemonade or
regardless.
cucumber water.
I'll take lemonade.
Like if you're talking, you're muted.
Me? So, like, I'm like disappointed by the fact that it's not alcoholic, but I still take lemonade anyway.
Lexi, were you saying something?
No, I was just saying I think it's my character is very trusting, so she'll take whatever.
Okay. So the Queen is now going to say, one of our first objectives should be to find a new court wizard, one that is competent enough to be able to give guidance on our objective. I have had the court informer vet a few possible candidates, and we've narrowed down our options down to 2 wizards. The first is Veronica Monsimard, a wizard from Zazaspur that went through the academy and graduated top of her class, and now both teaches and does research for the academy. The other is Marius Afteros from the nation of Kalimshan. He moved here to Deramar 3 years ago and has had a few run-ins with the law, but he is apparently brilliant. You can tell that one's probably not her choice. We have been watching him, and perhaps if given the position, he can help us further our goals, and we can certainly keep a closer eye on him. We will bring them both in and see who is able to give us the most information on the current situation, and that should help sway our decision. We've brought them up to speed with what they need to know. And she nods to a vizier who goes to retrieve the 2 wizards. A few moments pass, and then in comes the vizier and 2 humans. One with short black hair, olive-toned skin, brown eyes, around 5'11", athletic build. He is wearing a set of black and red robes that leaves one shoulder exposed, black boots, carrying a staff that holds a number of red jewels in the grip. Yes, he might be hot to some. The other is an ebony-skinned woman with short black hair and green eyes. She is tall and slender, wearing a set of white and blue robes with a high collar and long sleeves, along with a set of tan boots. She also has a tan leather holster that holds a stark white wand that has a blue jewel inlaid in the handle. The princess is going to say, or the queen is going to, I'm probably just going to keep using that interchangeably. She's the queen now. The queen's going to say, all right, tell us what you know about the situation that you've been filled in on. So the ebony-skinned woman is going to begin. Have to come up with another voice. It is just, Patrick, to answer your question, it is just you, the queen, a few viziers are in here, and that's all that you see in here. And then these 2 wizards. So the woman is going to say, the rifts are clearly portals that allow for travel between planes. The man's going to interrupt her, and he's going to say, and the bodies that revealed to be Shadar Kai, inhabitants of the Shadowfell. This plane is an echo of the material plane that is inhabited by a number of creatures that are not found here. The Shadar Kai are believed to be elves that made their home in the Shadowfell at the same time as the elves we know here made their homes on the material plane. And the environment of the Shadowfell has altered both their appearance and abilities. The woman's now going to pipe in and say, only a powerful mage would be able to open a portal to another plane, and the Shadowfell is believed to be the domain of the Raven Queen, a goddess of death, whose divine charge is to make sure that the spirits of the dead pass to the afterlife. So the queen's going to look at the 2 of them and then look at you guys and say, did that make sense to you all?
Berzik is just
Yeah, I
Berzik
turned
is
to
just very
Berzik.
happy.
I'm just like, do you know anything of this?
Nah, Berzik doesn't know anything about any of this. He's kind of just standing there, mouth agape, kind of like he's really just amazed in the presence of accomplished magicians. He's never really met accomplished magicians. He's kind of starstruck. He doesn't know who these people are, but they're still, pretty sweet.
Gabe, Lexi, are you guys still there?
Yeah, so I have a question. Yeah, sorry, we're just eating, so our cameras are off.
Okay. That's fine. I just wanted to make sure.
So, which one of them said a powerful mage would be required to open such portals?
Veronica, the female wizard.
So I want to turn to her and say, interesting, I would assume you would consider yourself a powerful mage.
I am a very accomplished wizard. This is beyond anything any of us could do. At least, maybe together. This is like ancient elven lich magic. It's not an easy accomplishment.
So what do you suggest that we do about it? How do we find someone that has this kind of power?
Isn't that your job?
Alright, well, you're a lot of fucking help.
Demaya snorts, and then she's gonna say, "All right, well, my friend over there has a rock. Can you tell me anything about it?"
The magic. I don't know of the people who do the magic. That's not what I research.
I want to show her the rock.
What about the angel?
About the angel.
What?
Super powerful.
Do you just yell, "What about the angel?" The man's gonna say, "I'm sorry, dear. What? What angel?"
Yeah, same.
He's talking about the woman that guides the souls. Then I think that's what Lexi means.
No, she means
Are you talking
Talia.
about or are you talking about Talia, the angel from the book you read?
Yeah, Talia.
She just screamed, Talia.
He's gonna say, "Divine magic is not my specialty."
All right, tell us about this rock.
Hello? What?
Tell us about this rock that Moash is holding out.
Yeah. I do pull it out. I show it to them.
I pull it out.
and then I show them.
The man wizard is gonna pluck it. He's gonna pluck it from your fingers, and he's gonna say, "Curious, very curious." And then he's gonna show it to Veronica, and she's gonna say, "Might be what I think it is. It will require some tests, though." And he goes, "If it is, imagine." And they're kind of talking to each other, very excited.
Okay, so when you put the nerd boners away, can you please explain to us what that is?
And we'll be taking that back.
I can't. The man, he says, "I can't be sure, but this looks like a kind of catalyst, a gemstone that can harness magical energy. And if what we believe is correct, this is an Omlar gem."
What's that mean?
And Veronica's going to say, "How did you come into how did you get this?"
Pretty sure that's what Homeboy used to open a portal, would be my guess.
That could work, yes. We'll have to run some tests and do a little bit of research to make sure, but with an Omlar gem, anything's possible. So they want to take the gem to study it, and there is a little wizard's laboratory in the palace. They're not gonna be allowed to take it out of the palace, but the queen is going to allow them to do that.
Also, is the queen, is she trying to hire one of these as a core wizard?
That was the plan, but she hasn't made a decision yet, and they both seem eager to at least research this gem. So she figured, might as well let them do that while she's continuing to make the decision.
Verzik wants to know if he can come watch.
Are you in a wind tunnel? Hello?
My phone is, the internet's being really dumb around me.
Please mute yourself.
Okay.
I'm dying.
So, as you say that, Verzik, a messenger is going to come bursting into the room, yelling, "Another rift has opened up, your worship!" And he looks around and says, "Oh, I apologize for the intrusion."
You gotta be
The
shitting.
queen yells back, "Don't apologize, tell us where!" He replies, "Downtown, near the bank." So the queen's going to look at you guys and goes, Can you go? Can you go figure it out? Maybe we can figure something out if there's another rift."
Yep. I'm gonna hop up, and probably start heading that way. Follow whoever the dude is that just ran in.
Pop up as we're running.
Chris, the Visiers, so they're like, are they like courtiers or whatever? Like they send messages? The other people.
Well, no. So this was specifically a messenger that came in.
No, I'm talking about the other
Viziers
people that were in the room. Yeah.
I'm explaining. The Viziers help with the operations of the palace. So, I mean, they do a number of different things, and I'm sure there's ranks among them. You wouldn't know that.
Okay.
But
I was just wondering if they were like messengers or anything.
right. So they're not like butlers or like handmaidens or anything like that.
I got you.
Those do exist, but these are more so like, I need you to go fetch someone for me, or I need you to record, write down the minutes of our meeting,
So, well, I draw my sword and tell them to lead the way.
Okay, so do you all want to follow this man to where he leads?
I'm going to the bank. I want to go to the bank.
Yeah. As I like start to walk out, I'm gonna say, "You better take care of that rock because I'm coming back for it."
Okay.
Yeah, Verzik's down to go to the bank. He'll go with the group.
All right, so if everyone's going to bank. Sorry, let me check my thing. Okay, so you guys arrive just outside of the bank where he says the portal has opened up, and he says, "I swear it was just here." But you don't see anything. In fact, you don't see anybody out in the streets, but that could be due to the fact that no one, or the businesses have been closed for the day, so people are supposed to be home working. It's probably 9 or 10 in the morning at this point, so the sun is up, and you don't see anything. No people, nothing moving or living.
So nothing's here. He led us to what looks like just absolute, like, a lie, basically. It looks like he lied.
We should probably go back.
It looks like he lied.
All right, I'm gonna grab the little snake, like, by his, like, shirt and, like, lift him up and, like, hold him in my face. And I'm gonna basically say, like, were you set up for this? Is this a setup? Like, I'm gonna use my intimidation. Which also,
Well, just roll it.
They could have closed the rift.
nah, I don't like it. I don't like that we just left. I don't like that I just left that rock with those people that were way too excited about it. I don't like any of this.
Yeah, I think Verzik, honestly, is just going to start heading back towards the castle, like, immediately, if that's possible.
Yeah, I'm gonna use intimidation on that bitch and be like,
Let's wait for this intimidation before we run anywhere.
Roll your intimidation check.
I got you. 1d20 plus. Please don't be bad. Fuck.
Well, even though
He's a
didn't-
grunt.
I swear there was a rift here. I saw it with my own eyes.
Can I see if there's a rock on the ground, like, and like have him point out to me like where the rift was?
He brought you to where it was.
So, okay, can I look at the ground, see if I can find any rocks like the one we have?
Sure.
So investigation. Or what?
Are you looking like directly where he brought you? When you
Yeah,
do an
like,
investigation
what he's-
check, you have to be
Like where he said like where the rift was, like just on the ground around. Can I see any pebbles or any rocks like the one that
Yeah.
we just gave those others?
Yeah.
So
While he does that, is there anybody else want to do something? It looks like Verzik turned around, is like heading back toward the palace.
Yeah, I'm heading back towards the palace. I'm on my way because I think this is very sketchy.
yep,
I'm gonna-
7.
Yeah. I'm with-
All right.
Please investigate.
I have a lot
Oh,
of
7.
I generally have a lot of mistrust. So even though he told me that no, like he trusts or that he wasn't lying or anything, I want to do a general like perception check of the area that we are in. See if I can tell if anyone's left behind.
Unfortunately, Adri, like you
Oh, yeah,
did
shit,
your
I already did my thing.
intimidation check. So that's going to be kind of like what you were doing.
Fuck.
But all this stuff is going to be happening concurrently. Patrick did, or Halt did an investigation directly, where he brought you. You did your intimidation check. Verzik and Moash started walking away. If Dazzle or Mary Jane would like to do something, they can.
I want to do
I want to do an insight check. I forgot I could do that.
So insight on the man,
Yeah.
and then Lexi, what would you like to do?
I just want to do an investigation check of like the entire room.
What the fuck?
Like,
So
can I just
that's not a room. You could do perception, so that would be to look around the area.
These rolls are ass.
Haley, you rolled a nat 1, so you don't even know if it's a man or a woman at this point. You're like, at first, you were pretty sure it's a man, but now you're not sure.
The golden dragons don't see gender, Chris.
Yeah, she's hella progressive.
Not this one at least.
Well,
All right, Mary Jane.
Oh, fuck.
I got 10.
Okay, so with a 10, I mean, you're looking around and you don't see anything. Give me just 1 second. All right. So as this is all happening, and as Moash and Verzik have started to walk away.
I'm not walking, Chris. I'm hauling, trying to
Hauling
haul
ass.
and run.
Okay, Dazzle is looking at this man like very quizzically, and you all see out of the corner of your eye some movement.
Fuck yeah.
Maybe some of you do, not everybody does. But because you guys failed to notice these guys, they're going to have a surprise attack against you.
So I'm assuming like Verzik and Moash are pretty decently far away, and then it's like us 4 just like kind of standing like where the rift was.
No, I mean, they didn't really have time to move that far. All of this was happening
Okay.
at the same time.
Okay.
But everybody roll initiative, and then just know that
Fucking
whatever
hell.
enemies there are, we'll probably explain in a second, will get a surprise attack. Basically, that means they will get attacks before you do.
1, 3, 20 plus 1. Woo!
Oh, I got an 18.
Which one's my modifier again?
The one that says initiative. Like at the very top, Haley.
Yeah. 0. Right.
Yeah.
So Andrew's and mine kind of like on my screen like together. Which one is?
It's Piper's
I
first.
typed first, so
Yeah.
I'm assuming mine's on top.
Well, yeah, it says I typed first on my screen.
What did you get?
I
Reroll, I don't know.
I got a
I'll do
13.
What was your initiative?
I'll take a
13.
13. I'll take 13.
Okay, Patrick's got 13, I got a 19.
Demaya's 13.
Verzik, you got what?
Verzik 19.
19.
Hey, whoop!
Dazzle.
14.
14.
Mary Jane.
17.
17.
Moash.
15.
15.
13.
Okay. So, those of you who can see, in front of the bank there's a signpost, and out from the shadow of the signpost, you see 3 dark figures arise from the ground. And real quick, can you guys tell me who is standing in front of the bank where the man brought you? And then who is standing off?
I think me and Verzik probably would be like a step or two.
They'd be behind. I was right where he like brought us to, like right where the rift was. Cause I was looking at the ground, like right where he was like showing us where the rift was.
Yeah, I would assume that Halt.
Okay, and then
I would assume that Halt and I are like right up front, and then Dazzle and MJ are a little behind, and Moash and Berzik are farther behind.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
probably.
okay.
Yeah.
We set our battle lines.
All right. Good. All right. So let me. Oh shit! Hold on. Give me 2 seconds. I need dice.
What?
The DM's got to be able to roll off camera so that he can fudge his rolls if he accidentally kills one of us.
You know it. I have done it before. You know,
Shit,
it's not like the time. It's not like the times when Gabe would sit next to me and peek over my DM screen, and his eyes would go like so wide.
Yeah, Chris, you'd be really damaged. You just hear like 30 dice clacking. You're like, oh, fuck.
At the time, Chris, I couldn't even see what you actually rolled. I just saw the number of dice and knew it was bad.
That
dice
cannot
or
be
something.
good.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but if you're rolling 3d8, it's like, oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Instant
exactly.
kill.
Right. All right. So one of these things is gonna reach an outstretched arm? Question mark. And slash at Demaya.
Hold on. I'm not trying to meta you, but I am holding the messenger boy. Is that a shield? I think that should be a human shield. And I have no qualms against that. As a
So,
character.
Because this is a surprise attack, you can't do anything right now. Now, I wouldn't be against you trying to do that on like a different turn, if that makes sense. But
Okay.
because it's a surprise attack, you don't have time to do anything.
Okay.
So, oof, does a 21 hit?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, you're going to take 4 points of necrotic damage, or I guess 4 points of damage,
4 points.
and then
Oh shit.
oh, do you see Robin?
Yeah,
Oh, she's down on her bed.
She's on your bed.
And then,
Yeah.
Adria, I'm going to need you to reduce your strength by 1 temporarily.
Like
shit.
my modifier or my actual like number.
Your actual number
Okay, by 1.
by 1. And if that affects your modifier, then it affects your modifier as well.
Okay.
All right, and then another one is going to do the same thing, but to Halt. Halt does an 18 hit you.
Halt is muted.
I'm going to answer for him and say yes.
Yes. My AC is 18.
Okay,
so-
Halt, you're gonna take 6 points of damage, and you're also gonna reduce your strength by 1.
Yikes.
Fucking hell.
The third one is going to roll against you again, Holt, and I'm assuming a 12 does not hit.
Nope.
Awesome. Now, first to react is going to be Verzik.
Oh shit, Chris, do these guys look like the people we fought kind of earlier? The people we saw in the chamber? Or they look a little different?
No.
These look different.
These guys, if you try to focus your eyes on them, you can't distinguish a corporeal form.
Okay. Okay, cool. They look a little spooky.
They look a little spooky. They're all black.
Okay, I think I'm gonna try for the good old Ray of Frost, which looks like it's a I think it's a ranged attack. My plus hit.
I'm just gonna have you tell me A, B, or C. Which one
Let's
you attack?
Let's go with the one of the two. I don't care which one, but one of the two that was trying to attack. Since two of them were attacking our home. A swung at Adri.
So
B and C.
A is going to be the one attacking Demaya. B and C are going to be the ones attacking Holt.
I'd probably try and pick at one of the ones that was attacking Holt because he's kind of getting ganged up on.
Okay, go ahead and roll.
Oh my god, that one.
Oh no!
Ray of Frost.
You're going to
You freeze to death.
you're gonna shoot the Ray of Frost, and you probably mispronounced maybe one of the words from the spell, and two little ice cubes are gonna fly out of your hand. Or focus. I guess you have a focus, right?
Yeah, I got
Is it a wand? What's your focus?
let's see. I've got it listed
You
here.
would have hit me with that. I would have came back there and attacked.
I got an orb, so I'm holding an orb.
So you're holding your orb, and two little, it's going to come out of the orb. Two little ice cubes are going to pop out. And
I make
you
a
drop your orb.
Oh, fuck. I make a splendid
Two
ice
little ice
cube.
cubes pop out, and it gets really cold, and some condensation gets on your hand, and it slips right onto your hand onto the ground.
Damn. Feels real bad, man.
All right. Would you like to move?
No, I'm gonna. If I drop my orb, I'm definitely, basically like I'm bending down in preparation to grab that next turn. Basically, picturing the flow of combat. I would not run away from my focus.
Next in the order is MJ.
Hold on, Gabe's talking me through like one thing on my sheet. Just give me like 1 second. Sorry.
Okay.
While we're doing that, I'm reading through mine too. So what's everyone's situation at the moment so far?
Oh, I got you, homie. I drew a picture.
Where are we at?
Salt and Adri have taken attacks. Everybody else is straight chilling.
Are you a visual learner?
Okay.
I guess they have damage. My bad.
Are you a visual learner?
Oh,
Here's your visual learner. Check that pic out.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on.
Okay.
So did Andrew? What happened to what's going on with the two guys attacking Patrick?
They're
Holt?
attacking Patrick.
That's it.
Okay. Sorry, just wanted to be sure. Okay, I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame on one of them.
Okay, we'll say it's B.
I thought Sacred Flame was a radius.
No, it's like
No, it's a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, okay.
Right? It's a dexterity saving throw?
Yeah.
Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's what they did wrong in the Adventure Zone.
So it's an 8. Did he save?
Okay.
No.
No.
It's not correct.
Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Okay.
Tells you that it's going to be
Hold on.
D8.
Okay. So that's what I typed in.
Yeah, you did.
Exclamation point 1d8. Do I do any plus or anything? Okay. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, so as you cast this spell on this creature, it's going to basically like a divine light comes shining down on this guy, and you see it physically like starting to burn and like twist, and you hear like a weird like in agony. And then the radiant light dissipates, and you can see like smoke coming off of him, and he's like kind of like heaving, though it's not breathing. But it does not disappear, and it does not die.
You just made him angry.
Yeah. I just burned him. He's firing.
Kid witch looking. Okay, next is Moash. Flambade.
Was that A, B, or C that just roasted alive?
That was B.
Okay.
So I wanna. If I move over like one direction, left or right, will I be able to get a bead on one of the other ones without an ally being in the way?
You would have to. No, not really, because they're directly engaged with both Demaya and Halt. And there's not a way, unless you were to like get in front of them in order to do that. Because if you went to the left, I'm assuming that Demaya is on the right and Halt is on the left. That's just how I pictured it in my head. Because if you're going to do the left and do it, you may get one, but then you'll end up getting Demaya. And then if you were to go to the right, you would get one, but then you would also get Halt. So.
Okay.
I'm assuming you have not burning hands.
Hey, Chris, just one thing real quick.
Well, I was thinking Ray of Frost.
Oh yeah, you could. Oh no, you could Ray of Frost. My bad.
Yeah, no, you're good.
What?
All right, yeah, but I want to do that. I'm gonna Ray of Frost.
Okay, what were you gonna say, Andrew?
I was just gonna mention I didn't even realize I like was looking up. I think I don't even know if I would have had my spellcasting focus out, since I think you don't need your spellcasting focus to cast like Ray of Frost, or the ones that don't have a material component.
Does it have only a verbal component?
It's VS.
So anything that has somatic or material, you have to have focus.
Oh, okay.
If it just has verbal, then you don't need it.
I forgot what the S stood for. For some reason, I was thinking that was the like hand movement or whatever. Oh, I guess it's V, S, and ritual. Yeah. Okay. Oh no, my focus.
Yeah. So if it's just a V, then you don't need the focus. If it has anything else, then you do. Okay. Sorry. Gabe? What did you roll?
I rolled a 16.
For Ray of Frost?
Yep.
Who are you trying to hit? Which one? The one that's engaged with Demaya, or one of the two engaged with Halt?
The one that's engaged with Tamaya. I figured I'd get that one off her.
Okay, so go ahead and roll the damage, because that hits. Sweet. Awesome. Okay. And then Moash, are you going to try to do any other kind of movement or anything?
Nope, Moash is get out here.
Okay. Alright. So next in the order are going to be creatures. So this 1A, creature A, is going to go and make another attack at Demaya. Does an 8 hit?
No, it doesn't. Hell yeah.
Creature B is going to continue to attack Halt. 17?
Nope.
Wait, did one of them? How much damage? Oh wait,
And-
shit. Just kidding. I think I'm just an idiot. Lexi only did 6 damage. Okay, we good.
B took 6, A took 7.
Got you.
And then creature C is going to he's going to attack Holt again. A 10, so that misses.
I'm just deflecting off my shield.
All right, Dazzle, you're up.
Okay, so where am I in relation to the 2 that are left?
Well, there's still 3 left.
Oh, I thought the 1 died.
No, I just burned a little.
Oh, he was just burned, so he's not dead.
No, none of them died.
Okay, how far am I from these 3?
You're probably 10-ish feet away, behind Holt and Demaya, who are engaged with them.
So no matter... Okay.
You can run up and engage with them if you want to, or you can try to cast a spell or whatever.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast Frostbite.
What's the radius on that?
It is 60 feet. Range area.
And then can you tell me what that one does? Because I don't know Frostbite.
It says, you cause numbing frost to form on one creature that you can see within range. The target must make a Constitution saving throw. On a failed save, the target takes 1d6 cold damage and has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes before the end of its turn.
What was that last part?
Says, and on a failed save, the target takes 1d6 cold damage and it has disadvantage on the next weapon attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn.
Okay. Which one are you going to try to attack?
Who's
The one that's in front of Maya has been damaged. One of the ones in front of Halt has been damaged. The other one has not been damaged.
as far as Halt and Demaya, who's the worst off?
Well, you see Halt is wearing heavy armor, and I think Demaya is wearing leather armor.
True.
Oh, but
They
neither
both
of
have
them
taken
have
damage.
Yeah, so
You
they're about the same.
you wouldn't really know like which one does hurt more. I mean, just go for whichever one your character would go
Okay,
for.
well, since she's wearing leather armor, I'll help Demaya and do it on hers, the guy that she's engaging with.
All right.
So you have to throw a Constitution saving throw.
Yes, and they failed. So
Okay, so then I roll a
Roll
1d6.
your
Is that how that goes?
yes, if that's what the damage is, then yes.
Look, I'm learning. 5!
Okay, so you cast this spell, and like frost, like blue and white, like flurries of frost come out of your hand. Or no, you have a wand, right? A U wand.
Yeah, I have a wand.
It comes out of your wand, and it starts, and you see like pieces like start to freeze over on this creature. Not the.
So then, on your next weapon attack roll, you have a disadvantage, I guess. Cold damage or whatever. Sure.
Yeah. What's, huh? I think famous last words. Whose?
Don't
Yours.
ignore them, Chris. None of us are saying anything meaningful.
Yeah, nothing.
Yeah,
nothing in the
you
chat.
guys say things in the thing and I miss it, and then.
No, we're
Okay.
not. Nothing important to you.
I think the point of us
Next.
typing it is to not distract you, but it does the opposite.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Sometimes it distracts us. Okay, so Demaya and Halt, you both rolled a 13. Do you guys get to choose as
Demaya,
players?
she has higher dex. Already said in the chat.
Yeah, we got this.
Higher dex doesn't matter. When it's a tie, you get to choose.
Well, she can go first.
Okay. So Demaya, what would you like to do?
All right, so I'm still holding this poor little messenger boy. So probably what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna use my. I think I'm just gonna have to use my action to tell him. I want to tell him to run back to tell the queen what's happening, and I'm gonna like let him go behind me, like try to let him use me as a shield so he can run away, but not like fully. Like I'm kind of like putting myself in between me and the whatever the fuck they are, if that makes sense, if that's allowed.
Sure. So basically, you're gonna help him.
I'm gonna help him run away.
Take like a disengage action so that he won't get attacked.
Yeah.
And then. Okay.
Because I can't do anything anyway, because I gotta put him down. He's in my hands.
Right. No, that's good. Yeah, since he's an NPC, I didn't roll initiative for him because he's not going to do anything other than run away.
Yeah.
So we'll say that if you use your action, he'll be successful in getting away.
Okay, cool.
And then we'll move to Halt.
I'm just gonna, the one that I saw like a divine light in front of me, which are like, for my father, and then just like, 7.
For my father! Oh no!
Pull out your sword and try to stab him.
Yes.
Okay.
I forgot his dad's dead.
24 to hit.
That hits.
And 8 damage.
Okay, so how does he die?
I'm just gonna run up and then. So what do I see as like he's right in front of my face? Like.
You see a shadowy creature that has no distinguishable features other than it looks vaguely humanoid.
I'm just gonna try to just like
floating.
stab it right where I think a heart would be on a normal person.
Okay. As you do that, it's going to let out a and then it's going to burst into like dust, basically.
And then for my bonus action, I'm going to use Second Wind.
Okay. It's not meant to sound like a velociraptor. I'm just not good at mouth noises.
And I healed 8 health.
Okay.
And that is my turn.
Alrighty. Next in the order is Verzek.
I legally cannot unmute. My dog is banging around far too loud in her crate.
That's fine. Meadow's sleeping.
She got a haircut. Okay, so Chris, I need my spell casting component to be able to cast like cantrips and stuff, right?
Unless it's just verbal component. I mean, you can spend like half your movement to pick it up. It's not like you have to spend an action
Cool.
or anything.
Well, then I'll spend the movement. Even all my movement. I'll spend my movement to just pick it up, and I'm just gonna Verzik is not one to get discouraged. He's failed to cast many a spell, so he's going to just go ahead and try back Ray of Frost on the one, the one that Dazzle kind of messed with.
Okay. So the one in front of Demaya, then.
Yeah, the one in front of Demaya, assuming I don't have to, I'm not going to hit anybody.
When it's like a straight line like that, I don't really think that it's necessary. When it's something that's like an AoE or like a cone or something, that's when it really matters.
Okay, yeah.
Say.
Oh shit. I typed the D twice.
Well, why did you do that?
14. It's against his AC.
14 hit.
Okay.
Yeah, 14 hits.
1d8. 8 max damage. Max deeps.
Awesome.
So yes.
So you kind of see the same thing happen to it. You see it starts to like frost up on the edges, and you see little pieces of ice cling to it. And next in the order is Mary Jane.
What the fuck? Has this thing really taken 20 things of damage, or am I an idiot and I can't count?
There are 6 of us, Adrian.
Fuck.
Really quickly, I'm gonna go get a drink, but I'm listening.
Okay. I want to use my mace and run up to the one attacking Holt. And hit him.
Okay. So roll to hit. 1d20 plus your strength modifier. Halt. What is your strength with the -1?
It is 16, so it did not affect my modifier.
Oh, hold on. Sorry.
It was 17, but now it's 16.
What happened, Lexi?
I rolled wrong.
She meant to do +4.
I only got one
So
higher.
that's okay. 12 hits.
Okay, cool.
And then 1d6 +2.
Oh, okay.
Good old 3.
I got a 3.
Which one did you hit again? The one in front of Demaya?
No, the
Holt.
one in front of Holt.
All right. Is there anything else that you can do or would like to do?
No.
Moash.
Alright. So, I want to go ahead and just continue attacking the one in front of Demaya. So I'm going to switch it up. Instead of cold, I'm going to go hot. So I want to shoot a little firebolt at him, which is a direct, there's no like cone or anything, it's directly at the target.
Okay. Roll to hit.
Yep. Womp womp.
Yeah, a 9's not going to cut it. You just missed him. It like goes over his shoulder. What? Go away.
And now he's nice and cool, like AC. No, wait, the opposite. Now he's nice and hot. The other one was cold.
No, he's not hot. You missed him.
Alright.
All right, is there anything else that you'd like to do or move?
The guy's hot. Gabe's into ghouly men.
Alright. So I want to, I actually do want to, so those three are up front kind of in a line. So I want to move, I want to move forward, not like a lot, like 10 feet forward and a little to the right. Not like trying to angle or anything, just trying to make sure that, like, we're kind of a little spread out, so we're not quite me. I don't want to be like right next to Bearsick anymore, just in case.
Okay.
And that's it. And then I'm gonna chill.
All right. So, who was the last person to attack the one in front of Demaya?
To successfully attack or to try and attack?
Dazzle, didn't you run up to that one?
I attacked the one in front of Demaya with magic.
Yeah, Piper.
No, I did the frostbite.
No, I'm pretty sure you attacked the one in front of Demaya because you said, "Oh, she has leather armor. I'm gonna help her."
No, yeah, I mean, yeah, I did. But I did the frostbite. I didn't run up to her.
Oh, okay.
But Piper is the last one to hit him.
Yeah, but he's not
Yeah,
as
he's pretty
close.
far
Demaya,
back.
you're still the closest, so he's gonna attack you.
Fuck.
Does a 13 hit?
Yes, damn it.
It does.
Yes.
All right, so that's gonna be 6 points of damage.
Oop. Okay,
And
well,
you're gonna and then reduce your strength by 1 again.
don't worry about it. I'm dead.
Oh, so you're down.
I got 0 HP, my dude.
Okay, so Demaya has been knocked
Damn,
unconscious.
she didn't even get to do anything besides throw the messenger.
It'd be like that.
She's not dead though. Just remember that.
Yeah.
All right, so the other one is gonna go. This one's gonna attack Mary Jane though, because she's the last one to attack it with a mace.
Rude.
Mary Jane with a 12 hit.
No, I don't think so.
No.
No.
Okay, then it is going to miss you. And the next is Dazzle.
Yeah, so I'm going to use my one breath weapon that I get to use. How about that?
Please, if
Is
it's
it a cone or is it a straight line?
Let me figure that out. It doesn't say. What is that? Where do I see that at?
If you click on the breath weapon,
Yeah, it doesn't say.
It depends on her type of dragon, Chris. I think golds are, some of them have cones, some of them have lines.
I think a gold is lightning. Lightning is a line.
no, it's gold, it's fire, and it's a 15-foot cone.
So you will hit all of us
Which
in
means
front
you
of
can
you.
hit your comrade if you used it.
Oh shit, everybody.
Good, Haley.
Please do not kill half your party.
I can't be the only one who's tried to TK somebody.
Y'all just want to burn my ass. Like, y'all just want to see my ass. Y'all just trying to get my assless chaps. That's what y'all want to see.
Alright, I take it back. Well.
You only lose one.
Okay, well then I'm just gonna produce flame. How about that?
So you're going to use it and then throw it at him?
Well, yeah, I have to produce it first, don't I?
Yeah, but it's all one action, so you can go ahead. It's a ranged spell.
I can produce it and throw it in one?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm doing that.
That's all.
What?
So roll a ranged spell attack.
Is that just
Your 1d20
So I got a plus-
plus
the spell attack number?
yeah, what does it say?
6?
Plus 6, right? Yeah, so 1d20
Yeah.
plus 6.
I was just making sure. Boom. That's all I
She's
average.
dead. That's going to hit, so roll the damage.
26?
Yeah,
Or
but
what?
actually tell me, well, whatever it says for the spell. Which one are you trying to attack?
Oh, I don't know what I'm doing. I am going to do. All of them are still alive, right?
No, one of them has died. One that was in front of Holt has died. There's still one in front of Demaya, and there's still one in front of.
I'm gonna finish off the burn job.
Do what?
You got that? So I'm gonna finish off the burn job with more burn.
That's the one that died.
There's one over Adri that just knocked her out. That's
and I'm gonna get the. So the one over Adri, what?
That one knocked
The one
Adri
that
out.
was
like standing over her.
like she's unconscious now.
I'm gonna do that one over Demaya.
Okay. So roll the damage.
1d8. No, just kidding. Yeah. 1d8.
It should tell you right next to it.
Yes. Got it.
Okay, was that you typing that message?
Correct.
You rolled a 6? Sorry. Okay. So that one, you see, like, you hit him with this fireball, and small fireball, not the spell fireball. And you see, like, wisps of, like, shadowy materials just, like, starting to, like, fall off of him. But he does not dissipate. Next in the order is Demaya. Roll a death saving throw.
Fuck me. 1d20.
Yep.
Are you fucking kidding me?
So you don't die.
Got
you just
to be
take
joking.
2. It counts as 2 failures.
You've got
so
to
you
be
don't
kidding
die.
me, bro.
You don't have it
You've
right now, but
got
that means
to be
just one
shitting
more
me.
failure if you do die.
You've got to be shitting me.
We better get out of combat quick, guys.
I just rolled a fucking nat 1 on a death save.
Question.
I don't want to hear any complaining because in the campaign that we all did together, I was the only one to actually die.
That's true.
Wasn't it Adri that killed you too?
I don't think it was revenge. I might not have helped him live, but I don't think I killed him.
No, Adri, I'm pretty sure you murdered him because you were mind controlled.
Oh, fuck, you're right.
Oh, yeah.
You're right. Is this revenge, Chris? Is this revenge?
No. Anyway, next in the order is Holt. No, the one in front of Adrian did not die. I just said that. Listen, Patrick.
So if I try to, since me and her were sitting next to each other, do I need to move to attack it, or is it still like considered 5 feet away from me? The one that was in front of Adrian.
I'm gonna say you're gonna, because the one turned to attack. The one that was in front of you turned to attack Mary Jane. You could probably turn to attack this other one if you choose to. If you wanted to.
That's what I would like to do.
Because you're not turning away from it and you're not running past it, so it's not going to get an opportunity.
19 to hit.
That hits. What are you attacking it with, your sword?
Correct. 13 damage.
Wow. So, same thing with this one.
I want to like try to cut its head off, or like where its head would be.
Oh, you do that, but it still just kind of bursts into dust.
Then I'm just gonna
that
back to the other
now
one.
Down. And
Daddy's here.
Next is going to be Verzik.
She's banging around in her crate again. Right as soon as I... Oh, there she goes. Okay, thank you, Greta, for your sweetness. Okay. Let's see. I mean, so there's just one left, right?
Right.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go with another good old Ray of Frost.
Okay.
It's only fucked with me once so far. So another nat one. I just kill
Okay,
it.
you're very No, this one's not in front of her.
Verzik throws his orb at the beast.
Yeah, Gabe and I are doing sick magic. Verzik is losing some serious confidence in this combat session.
I'm gonna say that you miss, obviously, but this time you cast the spell successfully. You just completely miss your target, and you're gonna hit the door of the bank and freeze it over.
Oh. Okay, but I could totally play that off as just, really intense combat. You know what? We started blasting.
Sure.
Good
Everyone
man.
saw you do it. Next in the order is going to be Mary Jane.
Okay, I'm gonna run over to Demaya and use my. Okay, wait. Actually, does my cure? If I use cure wounds, will that like fully heal her? Or like almost?
Yeah, Demaya, the one it's gone. If you use cure wounds, it will bring her back, and it will heal for whatever you roll. It won't heal her all the way, just whatever you roll.
I'm gonna use that.
But cure wounds touch.
Yeah, so I'm gonna run over to her.
So it is going to get an opportunity attack against you because you're going to have to not turn your back on it, but you're basically disengaging without taking the disengage action. So it's going to get an opportunity attack against you.
Okay.
So you know.
Okay. So what do I?
Don't worry.
Huh?
It missed.
Okay. Cool.
So go ahead and roll your cure wounds healing. It's 1d8
Yeah.
your wisdom.
Boom.
Okay, Demaya, you are healed up 11 points.
Fuck yeah. Thank
You're
you.
still on the ground, you open your eyes.
That cannabis hit.
Healing powers.
Awesome. All right, next in the order is Mo Ash.
Mo Ash, you can't even produce a little ash.
Says the guy who just
You're in timeout. You're in timeout for that one.
Mo Ash? I barely know Ash.
Alright, well, glad we're getting that away now.
Is he gonna try and catch them all?
Alright. So on that note, I'm going to go ahead and cast Firebolt again. We're going to try this for a second time. Let's see, there's still the one that was in front of Mary Jane and Hulk.
There's only one, Gabe.
Yeah, okay. Just making sure. Like, that's...
Miss on purpose and unfreeze the doors.
Nope. Maybe if I miss really well, that's what will happen. 8 plus.
$15, that hits.
Oh. Boom.
9 points of damage.
9 points of fire damage.
Okay, Moash. Sweet. Alright, next that creature is going to go. It is going to take this opportunity because both Halt and Mary Jane have disengaged from it, kind of.
I mean, I'm still engaged, pretty much.
No, because you went to attack the other one.
I meant like physically. He's engaged the princess in his mind.
Oh my god.
I already got a ring picked out.
So it's going to float past you, and it's going to attack. It's going to attack Dazzle. Yeah. Yes. Does a 10 hit?
What?
Does a 10 hit you, Dazzle?
So, is that my strength?
AC. Against your AC.
I'm an 11.
AC is 11?
Yeah.
Okay, it doesn't hit then. Alright, and then next is going to be Dazzle.
Sweet. I'm gonna pull out my scimitar and go for the one that I guess just went for me.
Okay.
What do I roll?
An attack roll, so a 1d20 plus whatever your attack bonus is. It should be right next to scimitar. Under actions.
/5. Yes. The hit /DC part? The plus number under hit /DC?
I think so.
Yeah, that's right here.
Okay.
Okay.
5. Boom. 11.
Alright, so you're actually going to miss
What the
with
fuck?
that hit. Yeah.
Stupid.
Stupid.
Stupid asshole.
Next.
If you're not going to move or anything, then next is going to be Demaya.
Alright, fucking bet. I'm alive. I mean, there's only one left, right?
Right.
Alright. Time to finally... actually... Well, fuck it. I'm really close, right? I'm like 5 feet.
You're like 7 or 8 feet.
Alright, so that's not bad. I'll pull out my longbow. And take a hit. Pull
but
one
because
back.
It's like in between the two of you.
Oh fuck.
You are actually flanking it, which means that you'll get advantage on a melee attack roll against it.
Okay. Then dagger it is. Dagger to the back. Rather than an arrow to the knee. Let's see. Plus, the fuck is my thing? Plus 3. All these gifts, damn it. Ooh, look at that. That hits, I assume.
Yeah, you have advantage, so you can roll again.
Oh, I mean...
See if you crit.
Alright, let's see. Stonks. Stop! Let's see if I crit. No, absolutely not.
Alright, so go ahead and roll damage.
Alright, 1d4 plus 1. Not much, but it's what it is. It is what it is.
Okay, sweet. Next in the order is going to be Halt.
I'm gonna run up behind it and try to like cut its head off from behind.
Okay, you're also going to have advantage.
Do a cool jumpy.
19.
Oh, hell yeah, do a cool jumpy move.
22.
Oh, hell!
So I'm just gonna like jump and just like try to just go for like a freaking 360 sword to the head.
360 no scope.
Pretty much.
Okay, so if you're going to roll a 360, then go ahead and roll a dexterity check.
He ain't giving you no freebies.
I
LOL.
hate you. Hold on, let's see what my dexterity is.
No freebies.
You said you're doing 360 something, something. That's dexterity.
It's like a 360 sword to the head. Okay. So you want me to do a dex save?
In a circle, and also trying to hit it.
Okay, a 19 on my deck save.
Hey!
It's not a save, it's just a
Or-
check.
Okay, I should plus 1 to my
Okay,
deck
roll
modifier.
damage.
And 12 damage.
Fuck yeah.
You hit it.
It's
And
not
it's doing the same thing as the other one. It starts to like see little wisps of dust falling off of it, but it's still standing or floating, I should say.
Okay. This is my turn.
It is now Verzik's turn.
Look at that bitch on his phone, not paying attention. Berzik sitting on his phone, not paying attention. He don't know what's going on.
Verzik, it's your turn.
Yeah, no wonder he fucking hit the door. Piper.
I think he's frozen.
Fuck.
He did. Oh, he gone.
Oh,
Bro,
oh.
I don't know what
You're
that.
back.
My internet is so shit today.
Lo siento. It is your turn, though.
Me?
Yeah, bro.
I don't even know. Even my phone's frozen too.
You're frozen?
Can you hear me though?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Just try not to
Okay, awesome.
hit the wall
Then-
again.
Wait, so is the guy not dead yet?
No.
Damn. What did I miss? Some crazy shit. Did Patrick fail his dex? His dex?
No, he just didn't do enough damage to kill it.
Aw, damn it, Patrick. Okay. I mean,
I have done 33 damage in this fight.
and I've made a lot of ice cubes. What's your point?
These bitches is indestructible, bro.
What's your fucking point?
Oh, yeah, he's probably
Yeah,
resistant. He's probably resistant to physical damage.
Probably.
If we want to be meta about it. But the DM shrugs. Good side. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just hit him with another Ray of Frost. But my Discord's down. I'm on my phone, so can someone roll for me and tell me how I do?
Yeah, what you got? What's your modifier?
1d20 plus 4, Adri.
You got a 13, my bra.
How's that do, Chris?
Hey, that hits.
Can you roll a 1d8 for me, Adri, for damage?
Yup, 1d8. Any. Oh, Gabe got it. 8!
No, that's 1d8. Another 8.
You freeze this bitch.
Fuck
You, like,
yeah.
You like go like this, like you're going to freeze him. It's coming out of your hand, and then he's frozen. And then you pull it back like this, and it like shattered.
Dude, I'm hit or miss. When I miss, I hit once, or I miss completely, or I hit an 8. I'm 50-50. We take those.
I don't like those odds.
I'm like, my character's like super proud of himself now.
So weak. So it bad.
Fuck yeah.
You guys are out of combat.
I do. Probably if everyone's up. What?
Nothing, but oh, gee, he fucking dead.
Can we? I'd probably be like, we need to head to the castle.
Let's go. And I start running to inform the.
Ah! Is there?
Hold on,
Hold
before we
up.
go-
Before I run back, I would like take a glance around. Is there anything on the ground?
Yeah.
Like, did they just completely dissipate? Like,
I want to go investigate where we saw them,
Oh, shit.
come around that big pole.
It was a signpost, but yeah, you can do that.
Signpost, yeah. I do that.
I do that.
Moash, you don't really see anything of note by the signpost. You don't see anything at all, actually, other than dirt.
Looks like a ground. Moving on.
Can you narrate the scene at the moment? So
I would probably trust him and head out.
alright, never mind.
What were you wanting to say, Haley?
I never mind. We're good.
Oh, okay.
I mean, if you're gonna say that you think you would look too, you can run that by Chris.
No, I was trying to get him to tell me what the scene looked like because I couldn't picture it at the moment, but we're leaving, so it's okay.
Well, the scene was this. Basically, you were out in front of like a wooden building because it's like medieval.
Yeah.
And it's like 2 stories, and there was like a little awning in between the stories. The door to the bank, which Andrew has frozen, is still frozen. There was a signpost like on the corner because this bank is at the corner of 2 streets. Is where you saw these shadowy creatures come up from. You saw them come up from the signpost's shadow. And then you also see, like, on the other side of the street, there's other, like, shops and whatnot, but there's nobody on the streets. And since this is, like, not a residential area, it's a business area, you don't see anybody. And the places where the shadows died, all you see is, like, ash and dust. Like, nothing else.
But how many XP points do I find?
Huh? How many XP points is that what you said?
How many little bulbs of XP do I get to eat?
0.
100.
100 bulbs? That's like a feast. This is gonna take a while. The princess is okay.
Chris, kind
Well,
of
the
look
guy
around.
that we followed here could have brought us here. Because didn't he run off?
He ran off toward the palace, yes.
So did he
Nice
bring
color.
us here?
I feel like we need to go back. My character would probably feel like the shit needs to go back.
Castle.
Yeah, we need to get back to the fucking castle.
Can I make a quick perception check to make sure there's nothing else, like, looking at us or, like,
We've been
no
fucking
one's hiding?
bamboozled.
Like, well, I would like to look around and see if there's anyone or anything.
Been bamboozled.
Perception.
Okay, so I want to say this as my character because this is what I was thinking.
21,
Moash,
Chris. Sorry.
Finish, Gabe?
I was just saying, so Moash looks around and says, "Why would someone summon these things here, knowing no one else would be around? Like either the point was they were trying to do something maybe at this bank or at one of these stores, or it was a distraction to get us away from the castle for one reason or another." And I think
That's
we
what
need to figure out which of those we think it is before we make our next move, because I think we need to do that quick.
I believe it was distraction to get us away from the castle, but I rolled a 21 to look around and see if I see anything or anyone or just anything out of place, like looking at us.
You see all of the same things that I already described, but better.
Okay. Then I'm gonna start running back to the castle to check on the queen.
You don't see anything else of note.
Run.
Exposition that makes
Exposition that makes sense. Run.
you guys head back to the palace.
Yes. Insert exposition that makes sense.
So you guys get back to the palace. The guards kind of recognize you at this point, so they let you in. They know that you guys kind of are involved in this, so they let you in. And you guys are distracting me. And they bring you to the queen, and the queen's gonna say, What happened? What did you find out?
The rift opened and it let in some sexual beasts that we slayed.
Let
Did you say
in
sexual beast?
Sexual beasts?
Sexual.
Oh.
Sexual.
Spectral is the word you're thinking of.
Whatever.
Spectral.
Not sex demons.
It was like
Sexual
shadowy
beasts.
penis and a shadowy breast.
The sexual beast.
They might be someone's king.
Roash steps in and said, "We saw some ghost things that attacked us that were clearly summoned here, but we don't know why. We assumed it might be a way to distract us and get us away from the palace."
Is the crystal okay? Merzik asks if he can go in the check on the crystal.
Where's the rock?
So you didn't... Did you see more of these Shadar-kai? Is that what they're called? Shadar-kai? Was there anybody else? Did you see the rift?
There
No.
was no shiitake mushrooms.
We did not see the rift, and I believe the things we fought were those things that you just mentioned.
You believe that they were
Yes, that's what I
those
think.
things. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard this earlier, Gabe, but
No, it's
they, I did the bodies from before, from yesterday. Those were identified as Shadar-kai.
Oh,
Things you saw
okay.
today
No.
were not those.
No, so we may have thought they're minions.
Okay. I don't. That isn't sexual. Oh my gosh. Okay. What else did you find out? Was that? Is there anything? You just fought them and what? What happened after that?
Berzik is wanting to press on how the magic stone. Where's the stone?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Can I go? I want to go find them.
As you say that, the door opens and in walks in Veronica and Marius.
Never trust a bitch named Veronica.
And Marius is going to say, "Oh, it seems like we're here just on time."
Oh my god, it's like the goddamn Wonderland twins.
Oh God, no! Ew. They sounded like Jesse and James from Pokemon. Oh.
Are you gonna start voguing for us, Chris?
Oh my god, yes.
I love that anime.
I did too.
Where Taco's like, I want to fucking live here. Finally, some.
Oh God. Anyway, Marius is gonna hold up that gem and he goes, "This is a rare Omla gem. It has the unique ability to store magic, any kind of magic, to be used at a later time. It is the most versatile catalyst there is." And then Veronica's gonna pluck it out of his fingers and say, "This one currently only has a small store of magic. I don't know what it was intended for, as the magic can be converted into any other kind of magic needed for the spell when you cast it." And then she's going to look around and she's going to say, "Did we miss something?"
Demaya's got blood dripping down her from her own blood.
Yeah, we went and fought some shadow creatures basically down by the bank. We thought it may have been a distraction to get us away from the palace, but it seems that everything is normal here. Did you guys notice anything? Did anything happen while we were gone?
No, nothing. Nothing seemed to happen at all here.
Do you guys have any idea why?
I don't. No, I haven't had any reports from anybody else.
So I think because today is a day where where businesses are closed because everyone is in mourning, it may have been, we need to go back to that bank and try to figure out why these actors or why these people would be snooping around there or bringing minions in there if it wasn't to distract us from here. That was also at everyone else.
Yeah, don't always assume that you guys are talking directly to me. Most of the time, you're talking amongst yourselves.
Yeah, that was just my character speaking in the hopes that someone would like either agree or not agree.
I mean, I don't not agree. I don't disagree with you.
We can go check the bank now that we've seen the princess is safe, or the queen is safe.
That was my dog. Sorry.
I'll say that out loud to like everyone. I don't like say that to.
I feel like
I think
we're
we should go
missing
back to the bank.
Why don't we ask one of these ask these spellcasters to come with us as a trial run, the second leg of their court wizard interview.
I think that's a good idea.
Absolutely.
They might have some.
I like that.
All right.
absolutely not.
Hello?
Absolutely not.
Says who?
Why?
The queen or the wizards?
So yeah, who said that?
Absolutely not. The male.
Why, bitch?
It was one of the wizards.
Oh, well then
So-
fuck that guy. Hey, girl. Shit, but never trust a bitch named Veronica.
He said, "You have an opened rift for us, and we're there, but we're not going to just search around for no reason. You bring us what you want.
I would argue that this is a magical matter. Wouldn't we want the court wizard to directly deal with this? The new court wizard?
Yeah, not only could you
yeah,
further
that's
your
right.
research, you also help further your own goal of becoming the court wizard.
I was about to say, I thought they were interviewing.
I mean, they're not interviewing right now. It's not like a continuous interview. Basically, what they're saying is like they don't want to be. They don't know what's going on. They don't be thrust into battle if they don't. They don't know what's going to happen. Like if you find something magical, you bring it to them and they'll research it.
All right, well, you're a waste of space.
So Berzik's the only one who's constantly being tested? That's kind of lame.
You're not.
Moash starts walking back towards the bank.
Is this not all a simulation?
Where did Homeboy go that let us out there?
He probably ran back here.
We're not gonna ask where he went.
Yeah, what the fuck? I sent him back. That bitch didn't go back to tell her.
What he went. Where he went.
Where is he? I sent him ahead. I literally sent him ahead to tell you what happened.
Where'd that bitch go?
I'm not gonna lie, I forgot about him.
Oh my fucking god.
We'll just say that he came in, but he was so frightened that he went to the infirmary because they couldn't get anything out of him. He didn't run off, like, away. He came back to the palace. Testy. Berzik. Testy. What?
Oh shit. It's almost 10.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Do we want to head to the bank and pick up where, like, there next time, investigating the bank?
I'm okay with
Well,
that.
Andrew got disconnected, so I think it might be best to just stop here.
Stop here, and then next time we can go look at the bank. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, next time you guys will just pick up from right here at the palace, and can decide what to do from there.
Huh.
Okay, I think that makes sense.
Yeah.
Wild. This was a wild ride. Look, oh, is it dog time? It's post game dog time.
Lucy's not being very late. Look at her leg.
Robin's like, why the fuck do you wake me up? Is he there? Are you sitting on your phone? Say hi.
Oh my gosh, I didn't know you had a kitten.
Like, what the hell?
Lenny, you want your own kitten?
Alright, if
This
we
is
don't,
Jackson.
I'm about to go to bed. Wait, what's his name?
Me
First off,
It's 9:35.
What's his name?
Oh, Jackson.
What's his name? Jackson?
Haley's like frantic.
Jackson.
What's its name?
Jackson.
I got it.
Alright. I'm about to go to bed. I gotta shower and be up early for work tomorrow, but
Yeah, I'm the only one who has to work at 7.
yeah. Whatever. Some of us aren't early birds like you, Haley.
I'm
This
not
guy
like
normally gets me up at 6, so.
Fuck.
the cows sleep for no one.
Well, they do sleep, though.
Seems like the opposite thing to say, Haley.
Alright.
Alright. Good night, everybody.
See
Good
ya.
night. Long rest. See you later.
Haley declares a long
Haley's
rest.
taking a long rest.
She declares a long rest.
No.
Piper comes back just to leave.
Bruh, my internet is so bad today. I don't know why.
It's because of the storms. Everybody got
Well, I
flooded.
don't even have any storms here.
Likely story. All right. I'm gonna bounce
Bye,
to
everyone.
part 2 in the bag. Hopefully we'll get better at this.
Good job, Chris. It was fun.
I know, it's always fun. Chris is like hella creative.
Pretty good. Bye, everyone.
Uh,
See ya.